All right, welcome everybody. My name is Tellman Knudson. Really good to see you today. This is my new daily video update for you and very excited. 2 weeks ago, we did the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar. It was actually the first Wealth Hypnosis Webinar that I've done this year, and we're going to do another one. It was very well attended. People absolutely loved it, but there were a lot of people that didn't see it because I kind of promoted it last minute. You may have joined us, you may not have joined us. So I want to invite you to join me for the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar happening this weekend. Now, I think you can see a QR code either right here or over there where you can go to register for the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar. We are going to be doing it live. It's going to last between 60 and 90 minutes. I'm going to answer all your questions about hypnosis. We're going to talk a little bit about wealth hypnosis, what it is, how it works, how you can use wealth hypnosis in order to quite literally hypnotize yourself to make more money, or how I can hypnotize you to make more money with wealth hypnosis. This is particularly effective for entrepreneurs and salespeople, but it can be applied to anyone who genuinely wants, needs, and is ready to make more money, but you might feel like you're holding yourself back. You might feel like you're sabotaging yourself. Maybe you have some experience with fear of failure, fear of success, a low financial threshold. Maybe you grew up in a low-income environment and you haven't shaken that off yet, and you have some old habits, some old beliefs, some old patterns that aren't serving you in order to hit your financial goals. So whether or not you've ever experienced hypnosis has been around for over 4,000 years, dating back to ancient Egypt. In its modern form, it dates back to the 1800s, and it's been used for hundreds, thousands of years in different cultures in order to improve our lives by moving in to the hypnotic or the hypnagogic state, the state between being awake and asleep, that allows you to learn new habits, new beliefs, create new actions, and get your subconscious and your conscious mind aligned so you can remove the resistance, remove the setbacks, remove the pumping of the brake that you might be experiencing when you're trying to hit any goal, in this case, a financial one. So I would love to see you this weekend on the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar. We're going to talk about hypnosis. We're going to do a group wealth hypnosis session that you can either observe and just check it out if you're skeptical or not really sure what all this is about, or if you're familiar with hypnosis, you've experienced hypnosis, you want to experience more of it, then I would really encourage you to go ahead and register for the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar by going to the QR code or by clicking on the link in the description of this video. And I would absolutely, positively love to see you there. So wealth hypnosis is pretty interesting, right? I discovered wealth hypnosis many years ago when I had first started my local hypnotherapy practice 25 years ago. And I had a local office here in Southern Vermont, and I was working with a lot of weight loss clients, quit smoking clients, stress reduction clients, ADD clients, these types of things. I had a weight loss client who was seeing amazing results. He was coming in every 2 weeks and he was losing weight like crazy. He was eating better. He was exercising more. He was dropping the pounds. He was drinking more water. He had stopped snacking on unhealthy foods. He had started hanging out with healthier, fitter individuals. His mindset was great. He was making incredible progress. And we had been working together for a few months, and he was cooking, right? He was rocking. And he was making such great progress. I made a joke that I don't know what I'm going to hypnotize you for next time, because you're making such incredible progress. I mean, you're doing everything that you should be doing and you're losing weight. So, give it some thought. Think about if you just want to stay focused exclusively on weight loss, or if you want to expand into some new areas. And he laughed as he walked out the door. He's like, "Can you hypnotize me to sell more cars?" And it seemed funny at first because he was a car salesman. And I said, I think so. Why don't we talk about it next time? So he came in and I hypnotized him in order to be a better salesman. I hypnotized him in order to connect more deeply, to more easily establish rapport, to be able to be even more excited and enthralled to learn the details of every car that was on the lot and was for sale, and the subtleties, the nuances of the different cars that he was trying to sell, and to remember the details and to listen and pay close attention to what his potential customers were actually looking for instead of just trying to push them in the direction that he wanted to push them. And as a result, in 2 weeks' time, he became the number one car salesman on the lot. And I was thrilled. It was very exciting. After he left, after that check-in session, I realized something, though, which is I had actually hypnotized him to make more money, but I had hypnotized him to make more money than I was making at the time. And this really kind of turned on a light bulb, in my head. And I realized, wow, I could hypnotize myself for this. And this was the beginning of my own wealth hypnosis experience, my own transformation as an entrepreneur. I went on to do over $1 million in sales my first year online by using wealth hypnosis with myself to boost my confidence, to increase my financial threshold, to improve my motivation, to improve my ability to take action, increase consistency, improve my ability to follow through. So if this sounds interesting to you, if you'd like more wealth and abundance in your life, if you'd like to be thinking and looking through a lens of glass half full instead of glass half empty, if you want to shift from scarcity thinking to prosperity thinking as your default setting, then the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar is designed specifically with you in mind. It's totally free to join. When you come to the Wealth Hypnosis Webinar, as I said, I'm going to answer all your questions. We're going to do some wealth hypnosis together. And if you wish, I'm going to share with you how you can continue working with me to supercharge your mind, upgrade your money mindset, and start taking action like never before in the direction of your financial goals. So if that sounds cool to you, please join us on the live webinar. I'm not currently putting out recordings of the webinar, so join the webinar live if you want to experience this. And I would love to see you there and answer any questions that you have. Really great. Thanks for tuning in. This is Tellman, over and out. I hope you have an absolutely awesome afternoon. I have a client in 8 minutes, so I'm going to roll. Bye-bye.